38 and 31 points in the last two games, and off to a good start. First down now. Durant on the play action, throwing far side. Ball is up, a jump ball, and it's caught, and it's going to be in for the touchdown. Mike Mason.
It's a warm fall evening in Chapel Hill. The matchup between UNC and third-ranked Miami is taking place in Kenan Stadium. Since 1927, the UNC football team has called Kenan Stadium home, largely in part from the generous donations of William Kenan Jr., a UNC alum who is very passionate about Tar Heels football. Kenan's interest in the success of UNC's football program has allowed for millions of fans to enjoy watching more than 200 Tar Heel victories, 7 conference championship teams, and over a dozen All-American athletes. With only seconds left, over 58,000 anxious fans are on the edge of their seats to see the final play.
And the ball is good.
The size of the crowd that night can be largely contributed to alumni Mr. William Kenan Jr. Kenan is one of the largest athletic donors to date. During his time at UNC, Kenan was a member of both the varsity football and baseball teams. Football became Kenan's most beloved sport. After graduating in the 1890s, Kenan remained a steadfast supporter of the Tar Heels. When plans to build a new stadium surfaced in the early 1920s, Kenan eagerly donated. The new stadium soon donned his name. By the early 1960s, it became apparent that Kenan Stadium needed to be enlarged. By 1963, the stadium's capacity grew to 48,000, largely in thanks to another generous donation from Kenan himself. Kenan's donation can be traced back to his years at Chapel Hill. His time as a varsity team member gave him a passion for a sport that could be enjoyed by all. Kenan also thought that athletics were critical in the academic success of student athletes. He believed that athletics gave students the chance to learn how to work in a changing environment, a skill that could not be taught in the classroom. William Kenan Jr. was born in Wilmington, North Carolina, in the spring of 1872. Kenan enrolled in the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, in 1890. While in Chapel Hill, large portions of Kenan's studies were devoted to chemistry. Kenan and fellow classmate John Motley Moorhead were both students under Professor Francis P. Venable. While working for Venable, Kenan helped discover calcium carbide, a material in high demand during the Industrial Revolution. Upon graduating from UNC, Kenan went into the chemical industry. He became a production manager for Union Carbide, a company that is today under the amalgamation of Dow Chemical. After several years in industry, Kenan came into contact with prominent businessman Henry Flagler. Flagler introduced Kenan to the power, rail, and Florida real estate industries while courting Kenan's sister, Mary Lily. In 1901, Mary Lily Kenan and Henry Flagler got married. Upon his sister's death in 1917, William Kenan inherited Mr. Flagler's estate. In his will, Kenan directed for the creation of the William Kenan Jr. Charitable Fund. Founded in 1965, the fund has donated millions of dollars towards education. Large cranes tower over the surrounding trees. Dump trucks and bulldozers are seen turning off of Ridge Road, climbing the hill that the Dean Dome is nestled into. Workers of a construction crew are continuously on the move, as if they were busy honeybees flying around the nest. Towers of bricks are scattered around the premises. Steel beams are stacked. Concrete mixers are churning, making the next set of adhesives to hold brick together. Generators fill the air with the smell of burning diesel fuel. The sound of jackhammers and metal saws echoes throughout South Campus. All of the commotion creates a fog of dust that blankets the construction site. Wearing boots, hard hats, and button-down shirts tucked into dark blue jeans, general contractors and architects look over a set of blueprints and postulate the next part of the project. In the midst of what seems to be organized chaos, the foundation for one of the newest UNC facilities has been laid. It is 1996. In nearly a year, the construction of the McCall building will be complete. When finished, the building will be a state-of-the-art complex called home by the Keenan Flagler Business School. UNC students will have access to over 200,000 square feet of lecture halls and technologically advanced classrooms that Carroll Hall could not provide. Including a cafeteria and trading rooms, the new edifice will be a premier center for learning and commerce. In 1991, the name of the UNC business program was changed to the Keenan Flagler Business School. This event coincided with the William Keenan Jr. Charitable Trust $10 million donation towards the construction of the McCall building. Since the trust's founding, UNC has received the largest portion of its donations. While at Chapel Hill, Keenan greatly valued his education. He credits that his years at UNC allowed him to become one of the prominent businessmen in the chemical industry. Because of this, his connection and desire to help his alma mater has lasted over half a decade after his death.